Hi, I'm Erik Linask here at Interop in Las Vegas, talking now with Darren McBride from Highly Reliable Systems. Darren, thanks for joining me. Welcome.
Thank you very much. I appreciate being here.
So, like I said, you're from a company called Highly Reliable Systems, but that's not the only branding that you use. I saw a button you were wearing earlier that says TapeSuckscom. What's that all about?
Well, we find people remember TapeSuckscom because of the legacy problems that people have had backing up their network infrastructure with tape. You know, tapes won't restore and that kind of thing. So even though a lot of people have moved to hard drive-based backup or internet-based backup, we find that the TapeSucks.com as our signage helps people remember the company.
So, you know, as you're talking about your backup company, that's what your product set is all about. But you've sort of stuck yourself in the middle of a bunch of security type businesses here at Interop. How does a backup company fit into the security element?
Well, you know, that's new for us this year. We had traditionally thought of ourselves as a storage company, and we would go in the storage section. But this year we had some security experts visit us at the company, and they remarked that our sales seemed to be going to government entities or to small businesses that were very paranoid about sending their data over the internet. And so we decided that when you back up to physical media such as this and you take that off-site, you're controlling your physical environment, and that's as much a security play as it is a backup play.
So tell me a little bit about your backup product line.
Well, most of our backup product line involves hard drives that are enclosed in aluminum trays that can be physically swapped in and out every day, and they attach to servers using eSATA connectors. So it's a little bit different than the trend you see nowadays of people trying to put NAS or network attached storage appliances on their Ethernet backbone and backing up to that. What we find is we can back up over an eSATA cable much faster than backing up over Ethernet. And so for those people who have terabytes of storage and they want to back up overnight, that connector makes sense. It's inexpensive. They can use SATA hard drives. And so our whole product line is direct attached storage using inexpensive SATA hard drives.
Now, you just held up what I think is a new product for you. Certainly looks like it's got a smaller footprint.
In the past, and still today, our primary products are 3.5-inch hard drives. You can get 2 terabyte hard drives in that form factor. So on a cost per terabyte basis, and you're trying to compete with the cost of tape,
sure,
3.5-inch hard drives makes a lot of sense. But what we had was customers who kept saying, wow, those are kind of large. I mean, I can't stick them in my shirt pocket like I can a tape. And so that's where we came out with what we call the M-Pack. The M-Pack has actually got 2.5-inch hard drives in it. And what that allows us to say is we have the largest, smallest cartridge in the world, sort of a play on Reno, Nevada, where we have terabyte drives in here, 1 terabyte, and I can put 2 of them and stripe them, so I can get a 2 terabyte removable cartridge in something that I can just about get in that shirt pocket.
Now, what's really the benefit of reducing the form factor that much?
Well, again, you know, if you're looking at cost per gigabyte or cost per terabyte, you probably can't justify going to a smaller enclosure, because the truth is that the cost and capacity of 3.5-inch drives are really the sweet spot in the market. But as I said, SSD drives are coming online. Many of the SSD drives are coming out in 2.5-inch form factor. And so those people that want to back up to SSD, this is an enclosure that'll make sense for them. And just the fact that it looks closer to the size of a tape. And so as these drives get smaller and smaller, the fully enclosed tray that we're using here gives them permission to use those 2.5-inch drives as a backup medium.
Thinking back 6 or 7 years to when the company was first started, how has the backup storage industry changed?
We're seeing a lot more competition with internet-based backup, or what they call cloud storage. You know, that was around back when we started the company, but the price per gigabyte per month has been coming down in cloud storage, and what we see is a lot of small and mid-sized businesses are becoming more comfortable sending their data over and backing up that way. So to us, that's a significant competitive threat. The good news is you just can't send terabytes of data over the internet overnight, and you can't restore quickly overnight. And we have customers such as the Air Force, Library of Congress, the White House, people who are super sensitive to the security of their data, and they also have a lot of data. Library of Congress, you can imagine, you're not going to back the Library of Congress up over internet connection. And so we have a play. We hit the parts of the market that aren't going to that internet-based package. And we serve as a hardware platform that cloud storage vendors can actually purchase to provide inexpensive storage for their customers.
Is there a concern going forward in the future that more and more of your existing customer base is going to look to migrate over to cloud storage?
I think it's something that we're certainly aware of, but we're making plans to continue to drive the cost of storage down, hopefully to be the vendor that they'll come to when they're trying to build cloud storage facilities. And although it's a competitive threat, I think what happens in the real world is that there's room for lots of different players, and there's going to always be that segment of the market that wants to physically control their data.
And as you mentioned, there are worse things than being the vendor of choice for those competitive providers.
Right.
We've been talking here with Darren McBride from TapeSuckscom, also known as Highly Reliable Systems. Darren, thanks for joining me.
Thank you. Appreciate it.